You've seen a lot of people come and go off the team, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she said, oh, yeah. So the juicy shits. How would you describe working for Casey? Like, what was that like?
Ooh, powerhouse.
Powerhouse. Okay. When Casey lets someone go off the team, what does it seem like to you? Is there a rhyme or reason in your mind?
It just didn't work out. Sometimes it happens, as sad as it is, but sometimes you just need to make the necessary changes to make the company get better and better.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's probably the hardest for me, is learning when to let people go and when not to. Like and Christal knows this, I let so much shit go until I said no more. Like for a couple people on the team, right? We're hoping they'll get it right. And it's like, fuck, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When have you seen Casey really mad?
When things don't get done.
Oh, oh, fuck, dude. What's up, fam? I wanted to give you a quick intro on today's episode. I interviewed Christal. She's been on my core team since 2018, and the guy just showed up to do the hedges out back, so there's that. But she's been on the core team since like 2018, and since Casey is creating Millionaire Matrix, which is pretty much how I built what I have now. So calling all coaches, live coaches, consultants, online, anything. And we even have real estate people in there, writers who you don't even have an offer yet. But they know that they kind of know, have an idea of what they want to do. So I'm helping them get to market and scale that, market that. I do not claim to be an expert marketer or anything as any of that, but we are having wonderful success. People are getting, their first 3 to 5 clients. They're going from nothing to something. They're learning how to put themselves out there, how to convert sales. I'm teaching everything I know. And the biggest thing for me is I came from Bro World. And Bro World is you pay a coach, you get their systems, you implement their systems, and you have success. Well, the problem with that is, if you're like me, you are more of an alignment type person, an intuitive type person, where when things don't feel good, money's great, but if things don't feel good, you could, fuck it, right? So we want money and to feel abundant, to feel really good. And so what I've done is I teach people how to build a soul-aligned business where it's like, fuck what they're teaching. What feels good to you? And just really creating happy businesses, happy business owners, entrepreneurs, and that way more people get helped. So that's Millionaire Matrix. My intentions are to help lots of people become millionaires through what I know, through monetizing who we are and putting it out there online and helping the world change. So I thought it would be a great idea to invite Christal over for those that are in the Millionaire Matrix, those that are wanting to work with me on that side of things, on the business side of things, and manifestation through the business and alignment and all that fun stuff, and ask her a few questions, because I know that the people that I look up to in business, if I could hear from their core team of what it's like working for them and some things that they've learned, I don't know, I just would find that interesting and helpful. So enjoy, and as always, whatever you want to hear me talk about, email info@hotmomzlifestyle.com with a Z, and let us know what you want me to talk about. I'll be happy to talk about it. Be sure to download, share all of my shit on the podcast. We're really trying to grow it, and I really appreciate you. Without you, things just feel sad. So I appreciate you for letting me have this platform and finding what I say interesting. I love you. Bye. So what's up, y'all? I have a special treat for you today, and it's Christal. She's like an angel, and even Nicole on our team just said Christal's the angel that works in the background. Christal has been with us for like 5 years, or if not longer, it seems like, and she's just helps me run the company, and she has seen it from pretty much day one. And something happened the other day, and I said, Christal, we need to get you on. Like, we need to hear from you, your wisdom. And she's very wise. She's very tapped into spirit. She's a solid fucking bitch, man. She's just a solid girl. And I think it would be helpful for her to share her 2 cents, her opinions, and then like what it's been like working with Team Casey Ship on the background. So Christal, thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, it's an honor. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah, you said you were nervous because it's your first podcast. I'm like, oh God, you'll crush it. And you are in St. George.
Yeah, St. George is the capital of Grenada.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. She sends me pictures of it. And I'm like, damn, it's like West Indies, right?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we always laugh and talk about send me some every holiday. We're like, send me some food. But when I sent you a crystal necklace, it took like what 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think 3 weeks, but it just took me longer to get to the mail because I've been busy. But all good.
Okay, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Well, anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful place, and I would love to see that and the Philippines one day. We have a lot of our teams on the Philippines, and I'm like, damn, some beautiful places. But so let's take it back. How long have you been here?
It's been since I met you in 2018, but I officially joined the team in 2020.
Oh, really? Okay, so I found Christal on Fiverr, and I don't remember. Was it for ClickFunnels? What was it for?
You reached out to me for a gem test they want me to do for you.
That's right. That's right. It was a survey.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found Christal she did surveys. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, we had like this personality quiz and all that stuff, which we should totally like do something with that. Anyway, yeah, and then it turned into, and that was 2018?
2018, yeah.
2018, and she's been here because it started out kind of like you just, what do you call it? Not freelance. What do you call it? Gig per gig?
Per gig, yeah.
Yeah, I would just pay her per gig. And then it got to where she just started doing more and more because, we were growing and she's really good at tech. Specifically like integrations and just a lot of things with tech. I mean, CRMs and all that stuff. So it just kept growing. And do you still work with other people?
Before Fiverr, well, I kind of like taught myself, like along the way. Like I never knew about Fiverr. I knew about Zapier and Typeform. Like all of that, I had to teach myself like how to run this stuff. So yeah, never like done like work with tech company or anything. I just did everything for myself.
Oh, I remember when we started Active Campaign. Remember that? We had to do the brain. And you're like, I'm so sorry, it's taken me a long time. And I was like, no, it's cool because anytime Christal does something for us, it's just always done correctly. She would always check her work, which I appreciated. It was just always clean. Like it was fucking awesome. So you will find yourself a Christal as well. Fiverr has been phenomenal. We found our ad media buyer on Fiverr. Tabish, we found all them on Fiverr. It's crazy, so cool. But there's definitely a strategy, I think, in hiring on Fiverr. I mean, so for me, Christal, I don't know what it's like on your end. And if you don't know what Fiverr is, it's a big actually network of just professionals where you can hire little onesies, twosies, gigs. And, if you need something, they literally have anything and everything. But anyway, I like to reach out to like 3 to 5 people. And then based on how they get back to me, I kind of like weed them out. Like, how do you, I guess, work with good people and stay away from crazies?
I had to learn for myself which ones are the crazies actually.
How do you know? Like, how do you know when they're crazy?
Just with interacting with them, like I know this one guy like wanted me to do this quiz for his website, and he would just basically I did a lot for him for a lot less. I was like, yeah, don't want to do anything with him again, so just bye. Oh, so it's along the way I had to like weed out like people, like just figuring out like based how I interact with them, how I feel about them. That's how I, decide which ones to keep and which ones to let go.
See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Crystal's very intuitive. I think that's why we've worked together so well. It's just intuition, and we see like we're both good peeps. That's pretty much it. So yeah, but Fiverr's solid. You said something. You were like, I've learned more here than going to school or a book. Or I can't remember what you said, but you remember saying something like that?
Yeah, I remember telling you one day, I was like, I learned more from you business-wise than I did like in college. Like I did like associate's degree and bachelor's degree in like tourism. I've learned a whole lot from you than what I've done in school. So it's like more like practicality stuff. Like I love doing that kind of stuff, which I never really had that much from college. So that's what I appreciate from your experience working with you.
Yeah, I always tell people, I'm like, if I could do it over again, like if I could go to college, like let's say I went to college, what would I do? At first I said business, but I was like, no, I wouldn't do business because a lot of the people that's teaching business, they don't own businesses. And it's like, I would probably do psychology, like be a counselor or something, because now doing what I do now, it'd be cool to say I'm a therapist, because then people would like, oh my God, a therapist that does weight loss. Perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd probably be it. But business. So what kind of things do you feel like is lacking in college, like business degree versus actually being in the business?
If I could go back in time, like 5 years ago, if I could have one thing that would really matter most to me, it would be more the practicality. So like how to do X, Y, and Z, like all these kind of things. So like if I would go to like in a business place now, I would have like more confidence in doing what I want to do. Versus like, oh, I learned this from a textbook. Like it's not really that helpful, you know.
Yeah. It's almost like the systems here, you get to work with the systems, interact, be in the system, instead of like hearing about it and like checking off a box in a book or something. Yeah.
Presentations.
And what she does currently is, and don't worry, we're going to get into the juicy stuff. Okay. We're going to get there. But what she does right now is, because I have Millionaire Matrix, which is a course where I teach how I built this company to $1 million and how we're doing different things, what I'm doing now, and more soul alignment. But right now, what she does is you handle all of our scheduling, like internal systems, everybody's calendars, any type of meeting set up, like Zapier, just payroll for us. She pretty much is kind of like the operation. She's like I don't even know what you'd call it. It's like, you know, everything about our company, like operations, like, you know, everything about it. And what was scary for me, I remember when she had access, she still has access to like our money. I don't think you could, or I don't think anybody on our team could like take out money from our bank account. Maybe she could pay herself. Probably she could, technically she could. And for me, that was scary. I was like, somebody could totally just take everything, and I would be fucked, because you're in West Indies. So it's taken a lot of trust. You know, it takes a lot of trust, but you've always kind of done the right things. And it's been 5 years, 6 years. And we've just keep growing in trust, you know, and now we got old bookkeeper Garrett. Now we're growing. But that was scary. What was that like for you when you started to have more responsibility within the company?
Ooh, very overwhelming, I would say. Especially now, it's still overwhelming, but I know how to like manage it more. But the beginning was very overwhelming. Like I was really surprised, like how much faith in me that you had, because I wasn't that used to it before. With that kind of responsibility, like being like the second leader, like second captain, like while you're away, that kind of thing. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally did. And Christal has this, I said this before, Christal's got that strong Black woman energy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You just have this strong here, Christal, you do it, it's going to get done. Okay. Nicole's like that. Nicole's got that energy, like if we need something done, Nicole, you can count on Nicole. Like I can just count on you. Vernelle's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if we need something done, like she'll get it done. So it's important to have those people around, because it allows me to do what I need to do, but overwhelm. And you said that now you know how to manage it. What's some of the things you've done to help you manage some of that?
I guess just be calm. I guess that's just weird about it. Like I've always been on the go. But now it's like, I can just like relax, keep a clear head, like do what I need to do, like figure out like what things that I need to do to get to, to the end point of our goal. And just, knowing that I have a very supportive team, which is like a big thing for me, because I'm not really used to working with a team, especially for this long. So it's definitely a big one for me, like having a supportive team, like knowing that they have my back for whatever I need, like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Give me an example.
Like, for example, we need for a live event or something, like they need to get like a banner, then I can always reach out to like Chris or Vernia, like, hey, do you have time to get this done? Or, check in, see, like, can you help me with this? And or if I had a problem with like noticing if a course or a homework is missing, I was like, oh hey, I'll check with Mark. Say, hey, is this done? Because I'm not seeing the homework or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that gets done. So it's like, I don't have to worry about these little kinds of things because I know the team can do what they needed to do. So it's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
I love that. And how do you said stay calm. Like what kind of because we always joke like when we'll send stuff like, look, that was at 11:11. So what kind of things do you do to calm down?
It's not really a specific thing that I do. It's just have this, knowing that things are going to work out no matter what.
I fucking see this is why she's on the team. Okay. This is why she's on the team, bro. This is it. And you do like crystals and stuff like that, yeah?
Yeah, I still have them here somewhere.
Yes.
I haven't used them in a while, so.
Do you go on walks? Do you take nature walks and go outside for walks and stuff?
Yeah, not as often as I used to, but I do try to get out more because it's very nurturing, very calming.
Yeah. Totally. Okay. So the juicy shit. So, you've seen a lot of people come and go. You've seen a lot of people come and go off the team, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she said, "Oh yeah." How would you describe working for Casey? Like, what was that like?
Ooh, powerhouse.
Powerhouse. Okay.
I feel powerful. I feel empowering. I feel like I can make an impact in a lot of people's lives. Like with anything I do, really, like anything, like it could really like help both a lot of people. And I do like to help people. That's why I love to, help make a difference. So
But
that's improve for me.
exactly. And we're helping a lot of people. I mean, it's incredible, isn't it? When you look and you see like the thousands and thousands of like leads and stuff, and then you see the ones that end up signing up and the testimonials, like it blows my mind sometimes. I'm like, whoa, we're literally changing the world because you change that person or that person changes and then their world changes, their household, and then that change. Like it's so cool. So that's neat. Now, what would you say makes Casey mad? When have you seen Casey really mad?
When things don't get done.
Oh, oh, fuck, dude. Yeah.
Like, especially when things go through the cracks, that kind of thing is like, yeah, but we sort it out now, so it's all good now.
Oh my God, yes. And that's just me learning, it's me just fucking learning straight up. Now, okay, what about, I heard one time another coach, I'm not gonna say the name, he had us in there in his mastermind and was like, or something like when you yell at your team, oh, come on, guys, don't tell me you've never yelled at your team. And I was like, I want to say it surely at least one time I got really pissed and maybe said something, but have I ever like screamed and yelled at any of the team members?
Nope, never.
No. Mm-mm. Sales team? Oh, I wanted to. But yeah, my team, like I call it the team that Christal's on, I call it the admin team, the operational team, because, I could do without sales team. Like if you think about it, I could sell this myself. We could create something. But this team is like the nucleus for the company. So I consider them like, I don't even know the word, like a necessity. Whereas I love my sales team. Like I think I'll always have like little onesie twosie sales teams, but this, I call Christal and everybody else on the admin or op team. What do you do? Because Casey's always on, right? So how do you handle kind of this job, this position? Like, how do you do on and off days? Like, how does that work for you?
So normally I'll start off. Well, it depends on me, depending on how heavy my task is. So I start like 9. I have a software called Asana. That's my to-do software. So I check the tasks that I need to do on the day. Most of them I have on top of my head, like the priority, like what I need to get done. So it's like that. And then winding down towards the end of the day is just, put in like tasks I need to do for the next day, just in case I don't get it done on the day that I need to get done. So
love it. So Asana, you use Asana. I like that.
Yeah, that's my favorite tool.
So what do you think? what's been the most fun? Like, what has been the most fun thing about working with Team Casey Ship?
Most fun thing, just being in their energy, because I just enjoy it. Like, with being around them, it just doesn't feel like so much like work. It's just like, we know how to work hard. We know how to play hard too. So it's like that.
We do. And we do. We have gone fucking hard before, haven't we? What's going hard to you?
Just put out our very best out there for our clients, because they need us and we want to provide the very best for them to get the best results.
What year or moment or season really stands out to you, like in our evolutionary process?
I don't know. Maybe give me an example.
Well, I was thinking, I was like, I wouldn't say 2020, because it seems like every year we are always, evolving. We're always changing. So it's never the same. Is it ever the same every single day? Or is it usually, it feels like it kind of shifts and changes instead of the same thing every day, right?
Yeah, definitely shifts. Maybe the systems, like the way when I started as assistant for you in like December 2021, it's like super hectic and there was so much going on. But now it's like everybody has like assigned tasks. It's less overwhelming for me to do. So it's definitely a lot better than it was 2 years ago.
And I remember what happened. Like, this was me, I was what was that? Was that end of 2020 or end of 2021?
2021.
Okay. Yeah. That year. Oh my God. That's when I looked at my health records and started going down in health, because I hired a sales team that brought on a whole new fucking thing. I switched up my business. I signed up with Dan Henry in $120,000 mastermind, which I didn't have the money for it. And I had to like create something out of nothing. I was under a lot of pressure and I needed help. And it was like, I didn't know how to set up departments. I had no idea. So it's like, and I remember getting in Cole's group, but I learned how to do that like last year. But when you came in, it's just trial and error. It was like throwing myself in the fucking fire and going, ow, that hurts. Let me like figure out a way to not do that. That was a really painful fucking experience. Oh yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And I hated it for Christal. I hated it for you, because, she's such just gold. And here I am under pressure, and I'm like, and she's under pressure. And it's like, cause usually the team is like whatever the leader is feeling. And so that's why I always got to keep my shit in check, right? Or else going everywhere. And it's not easy working, I'm sure. Maybe it is for you. I can't imagine working for an entrepreneur that's creative, because I'm always got all these ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's, to me, how do y'all deal with that?
I think maybe because we just love working with you. We just, do anything and everything to get it done.
And we kind of have a system now. Like, usually if we put an offer together, y'all already know the funnel. We already know the steps. I'm like, hey, we're putting an offer together. It's called this. Here's what it costs. So we already know, but dude, trying to get there, that was, yeah, you just got to hang in there. Anybody that's building a company, like, you just got to hang in there and build out your system. And it's like the E-Myth. There's a book called the E-Myth, and it's why so many businesses fail. But it's also why, like, McDonald's can take a 16-year-old kid off the street and they can do the job, because everything is just, it's in a handout. It's in a book. It's like step by step. And I was like, how can I create that for my company? And just like, today with instead of sending messages every fucking time something comes in, I'm like, I'll go crazy if you keep doing this. Put it in a fucking document. And then whenever it's not answered, then bring it to the team. So just like little things like that, you got to just go through to figure out how you want your company to run, and hope that you get people like Christal. And for me, I'm kind of like Christal. It's kind of like I bring people on, and it based on how I feel in their energy is if it's a go or not. And now when I am overbooked and I'm busy and I'm like, how do I word this? When I'm just kind of like not really present because I'm over here doing other things, that's when I have fucked myself over. And when I say that we've had a lot of people come in and gone, it typically is when I had brought on people, when I had a lot of stuff going on. What do you think, Christal, watching and just observing, and you're so nice. I know you don't have to say anything bad, but like just you observing the natural order of things.
what does it seem like when Casey lets someone go off the team? What does it seem like to you? Like, is it people that XYZ, or when Casey does this, it's like, is there a rhyme or reason in your mind?
It just didn't work out. Sometimes it happens, as sad as it is, but sometimes you just need to make the necessary changes to make the company get better and better.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's probably the hardest for me, is learning when to let people go and when not to. Like, and Christal knows this, I let so much shit go until I said no more. Like, for a couple people on the team, right? Just over and over and over, hoping they'll get it right. And it's like, fuck, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What do you wish you knew in 2018? Like, that would have, like, what do you wish you knew then that you know now?
That's a kind of question that I don't really like to answer, because I know I always like to learn something that could help me to be where I am right now. So if I had to think back, I would be like, I'll probably just, learn it along the way, because it's my journey to learn,
I love it. Okay. So, better one for anybody starting out. All right. In that journey, let's say they're 2018, just getting going, teammates, starting a company. What would be a good mindset for them to have? Like, if you could go back, you knew what was in ahead of you, with this company. You could go back and say, all right, Christal, suit up, or make sure you do this or this or that, and you're going to crush it. Or, like, would you give yourself any pep talk, any suggestions or anything, or not change a damn thing?
I would definitely advise myself just to keep the faith and keep going. I know definitely when I started off, I wasn't making as much money as I would like to make, but I just always knew in the back of my mind that something's going to work out for me. That's why I just keep persisting, and being on Fiverr for 3.5 years definitely helped me a lot as a business person, and helped me a lot with like dealing with clients and all of that. Just definitely just keep persisting. That's what I tell myself.
I'll never forget something that Christal said. And this was back when we were going through shitstorm, trying to figure out like an admin assistant and running the company and all this shit. And she was like, I remember you were making more, and the thing is, okay, in different countries. So people in the Philippines, St. George, I don't know about St. George, but I know in the Philippines, like, American dollars are way different. So like in the Philippines, if you make 4,000 a month, you're like, that's like making multi 6 figures in the States. That's good money. I don't know about where you're from, but I know that you were making pretty good money. And you said, I don't care about the money. If I am stressed out and whatever, and I'm doing work that I don't like to do, which a lot of the stuff you were doing at the time, because it was like admin, just shit that you were not supposed to be doing. You're like, I don't like doing that, and it's making me not happy. And I was like, oh my God, we don't want that. And you're like, thank you so much for even caring. And I was like, what? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very surprised by your response, actually.
That surprised me. Like, why do you think, or what made you surprised by my reaction?
At the back of my head, I had this I guess fear, like of not disappointing the boss. That kind of mentality I had in my head. So it was like, I don't know how to tell her, that kind of thing, if she'd be upset with me. Like that's the kind of fear I had, just to upset you. But yeah, once I told you, I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah. And I think it's too, like, I actually care about people, and I can't imagine somebody like, well, you're going to do it anyway. Like, what the fuck? I mean, is that what you think most people would do?
Yeah.
Damn. Do you think it's just people in the States? I mean, is that what it is, or is it anywhere? Like, because I know Olive said she had an American hire, or whatever you want to call it, boss. I don't want to say boss because y'all are 1099. But she was like, he would make her stay up late and force her to do like these jobs and like just overwork her. And I was like, oh my God. But do you see that? Is that prevalent? What is that?
I think it's just like the mentality of like having to do what the boss needs to do, like no ifs, ands, or buts, that kind of thing. So it's like you have to like do what you need to do just to survive the job, even if you hate it, even if the boss, treats you like crap. Is what I need to do for the money, which isn't good.
No, that's like slave shit. Our company, we're trying to get people out of that mentality because I want everybody happy. I know that if my team is happy, we're going to do better, bigger things. It's like Nicole and Gracie with calls. I'm like, no. If you've got more, somebody opened up the other calendar. Like, if you've got more than this many calls, no. And they'll be like, well, I can just squeeze it in. No, the fuck you can't. Because now that taps into your energy reserve. And now that could put you at risk of getting sick. And I'm not going to do that. As a business owner, we need you to be happy, healthy, well-rested. You know what I mean? And I get pissed. I will get mad at the team if I know they're overworking. Like, and I'll have to ask Vernell and Chris all the time, like, how many hours y'all working? Are y'all, you know what I mean? Like, okay, Crystal's pretty good at sticking to her boundaries. Some of them I got to make sure, like, don't be fucking overworking. I'll be pissed off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Casey get mad at someone else, like in person, like maybe on a call or something?
I haven't, no.
Okay. What about on a live? Like, what's the craziest shit you've seen go down on anything you've been like, because you've had to be on a few lives and shit like that. Have you ever seen anything go down or?
I feel like it's always whenever you have a live, it's like a party. Like everybody's excited, pumped up to watch you. It's like so fun.
I think lives are fun too. I just thought today, I'm slowly like getting out of this, low energy from what we've been through at the beginning of this. Really, it was the second quarter. I was like, oh man, lives, but I need to keep some more energy for myself. But lives are super fun, aren't they? I mean, it's like, it's such a rush. It's so fun. It's energy. You can just feel the energy, What are your, goals and aspirations moving forward?
I feel like they've always, change, because it's like, I don't know if I want to like keep doing like the funnel stuff in like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that kind of thing. Because I always like exploring like different things, like writing, stuff like that. So
We'll have to see. Hey, you know what? It's like I tell everybody on the team, like, it's cool if you stick around, but it's also cool if you grow. You know what I'm saying? And you grow out of it and you switch and transition, because that's what we're doing. Our company, we're always changing, growing. And right now it's, how do we, we've got this fitness thing, but then we've got all this divine femininity and this powerful energy and intuitive work. And we've got all this different thing. Like, that's new for all of us, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be interesting. So, yeah. What's a business thing that you learned with Casey that you kind of use in life? Could be a thought, belief, practice.
I think the practice for me is just always tap into intuition, because intuition always knows like there's the right people, the right environment, everything.
Did you ever pick up on like the people that we let go of? Did you ever feel a certain way about them? Like you kind of knew it or no?
Maybe some, maybe not all.
Maybe some. I like that. Okay. Yeah. We found that once we started coming together as a team, I know you're probably not even supposed to do this, but after the fact, we got together and everybody started coming out of the closet. Like, well, I had this feeling when they first started. I'm like, wow, nobody said anything. It was this constant growth and self-trust, like learning to trust ourselves and trust our intuition. How do you know, Christal, when it's your intuition versus like a sabotage voice?
That's a good one. I always ask myself this all the time. I think it's just like trusting myself that I know that is going to like be the right thing.
So there's just this knowing.
Yeah,
versus
it's definitely the knowing.
The knowing. I like it. And you have a book. Didn't you write a book or something?
Oh yeah, it is there somewhere. A children's book.
Yeah. And how did that come about?
It was started the workshop in 2017. Actually, wasn't intending to apply for it, because at the time I was focusing on trying to build up something with Fiverr. But But my dad, gave me this envelope. He's like, you should try out this workshop. And I was like, okay, maybe. So I applied for it anyway, not really thinking about it. And then next thing I know, I got accepted, a few months later. And 2018, I got published.
Nice. And so what's your mom and dad? Do you live with them?
Yes.
All right. So what did they do for work?
My dad's a doctor. My mom's a housewife.
Okay. And your dad, or do you have siblings?
Yeah, 3 sisters. I'm the youngest.
Are they there with you?
No, they're all overseas.
Oh yeah, where they live?
Yes. So one is in Virginia. One is in Barbados. She just moved in there March for a new job. And the other one's in Trinidad.
Whoa. How often do you talk to them?
Yeah. Not as often, but we do see each other like on holidays and stuff.
That's cool. And how old are you?
34.
Yeah, okay. I thought we were both in our 30s. So now what do you do for like you time? When you have your me time, what do you do?
Me time. Just relax, really.
You watch TV, you read books.
Yeah, TV. I don't really read a lot as much as I used to. But I do intend to write more often because I haven't written often in a while. So
Love it.
I have so many ideas in my head I need to put on paper.
I know. I was like, you need to start writing. I can just tell. I'm like, you need to get it out. What kind of stuff do you write?
A mix of different things like young adult and children.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a partner?
No.
Not yet. Do you want a partner?
Yes. Eventually.
Okay. We're going to manifest the partner. Well, cool. Cheers to growth, because right now we're having to learn like this new system where we have like setters and then closers, trying to learn how to grade an app when they come in, and then we cancel it and send them like some kind of like low ticket, here's a starter thing. And that's what we're trying to do right now. So Christal's helping us with setting up calendars and making sure there's availability and all kind of fun stuff. So thank you so much. And hey, cheers to where we're going, because I got big dreams.
Oh yeah.
All right, girl. Well, enjoy your evening, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Bye.